The Green Bay Packers are at a critical crossroads with Luke Musgrave as he enters the final year of his rookie deal. Should they trade him? The ramifications of such a decision could be monumental. 3 years ago, the Packers made a bold move to revamp their tight end room, letting go of established players like Robert Tonyan and Mercedes Lewis, both of whom now wear the colors of the Chicago Bears. In their quest for fresh talent, they invested two draft picks on Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. Now, the whispers of a potential trade are growing louder, especially with insights from Fox Sports suggesting that the Miami Dolphins might be interested. Could the Packers really risk parting ways with Musgrave, especially given the current construction of their roster? According to Ralph Vacchiano, the Dolphins are in a fire sale mode, looking to offload valuable assets for draft picks. He proposes that Miami might seek to acquire Musgrave as a familiar asset for their new quarterback, Malik Willis. This scenario presents the Packers with an enticing fifth-round pick, the 151st overall, in exchange for a tight end who, while underwhelming last season, still possesses the potential to be a valuable contributor. Let's break this down. Trading Musgrave could be a tempting offer, but it's fraught with risk. Sure, the Packers could recoup a draft pick, but what they'd be losing is a talented pass-catching tight end who, despite his struggles as a blocker, has shown flashes of promise. The reality is, with the return of Tucker Kraft still uncertain following his ACL tear, Musgrave's role as a secondary tight end could prove essential, particularly in an offense that is now without Romeo Dew, who departed in free agency. The tight end position is notoriously difficult for rookies to acclimate to, and while the Packers might consider adding another player through the draft, the current depth chart is thin. Beyond Kraft and Musgrave, you have Joshua Drake Dabney, McCallan Castles, and Messiah Swinson, all of whom lack the experience that Musgrave brings. Can the Packers really afford to gamble on an unproven rookie when they already have a talented player in Musgrave, who can still offer offensive capabilities? Moreover, Musgrave's potential upside cannot be overlooked. He may have faced injury challenges throughout his career, but at 6'6", he has the physical tools to be a matchup nightmare for defenses. It's worth considering the trajectory of a player like Musgrave. Sometimes it takes a few years for tight ends to find their groove in the league. The Packers could be selling low on a player who, given the right opportunities and health, might flourish. So, while the allure of a fifth-round pick is certainly there, the question remains, is it worth the risk of losing a player who could still develop into a significant offensive weapon? The Packers must tread carefully. With the tight end room already in flux, moving Musgrave could create more problems than it solves, especially when the team is looking to build chemistry and continuity on offense. As we continue to analyze the team's strategy, another pressing issue emerges that could redefine the upcoming season. The Green Bay Packers are maneuvering through a cautious offseason, but that doesn't equate to a lack of ambition. As we delve into the strategies laid out by General Manager Brian Gutekunst and his counterpart Russ Ball, it's clear that while the Packers opted for a measured approach in free agency, the door remains wide open for significant moves if the opportunity arises. This offseason, the Packers have largely refrained from making splashy signings, with their most notable acquisition being defensive tackle Javon Hargrave on a 2-year, $23 million deal. This strategy reflects the realities of a salary cap situation that, while not ideal, is manageable. Gutekunst expressed confidence in the team's financial flexibility, stating, "I feel really good. A lot of that will be dependent on the decisions we make with the roster right now and what we do. But I believe we have all the flexibility to do what we need to do." This confidence is crucial, especially as the team navigates the complexities of roster management. The Packers have made some calculated long-term moves to improve their cap situation over the next few years. By trading Rashawn Gary and parting ways with Elgton Jenkins and Nate Hobbs, they freed up significant funds. Additionally, the restructures of left guard Aaron Banks and safety Xavier McKinney have added void years to their contracts, allowing for more immediate cap space. Currently, the Packers sit with approximately $22 million in cap space, or a bit over $20 million in effective cap space, which excludes the funds needed to sign their incoming draft class. This situation places them in a relatively solid position compared to many teams in the league. However, as the dust settles, one must wonder about the potential pitfalls of this cautious strategy. The free agent pool is shrinking, and Gutekunst has indicated a preference for waiting until after the draft to add veterans. Yet, history has shown that the right opportunity can emerge at any moment. Remember last season, when the unexpected Micah Parsons trade unfolded in late August. The Packers must remain vigilant and prepare to capitalize on similar situations. While the Packers have the ability to create additional cap space through player extensions, the focus remains on restructuring existing contracts for immediate relief. The reality is that these restructures could more than double the Packers' cap space heading into 2026, skyrocketing it from $22 million to over $44 million. But this maneuvering does come with its consequences, as this additional cap burden will eventually weigh on future budgets. This prudent approach of not pulling every lever all at once displays a strategic foresight that we must commend. It's about keeping options open and being ready to act when the time is right. As we analyze the Packers' current state, it seems that the most likely scenario is a continuation of their current trajectory, extending key players, making in-season roster adjustments, and rolling over any unused cap space into 2027. The front office is clearly methodical in its approach, opting to build a sustainable roster that can withstand the test of time rather than chasing immediate glory at the expense of future flexibility. In conclusion, while there may be some frustration among fans eager for big-name signings, this offseason strategy may ultimately prove to be the right one. Patience is a virtue in the NFL, and the Green Bay Packers are playing a long game. As we watch this season unfold, let's keep an eye on how these decisions impact the team in the future. Make sure to subscribe and comment below on your thoughts regarding the Packers' current strategy and how you feel about their offseason moves. Your voice matters in the Green Bay community, and together we can analyze what lies ahead for our beloved team.